I didn't worry about it at all. They took care of it. We made that dress, and the dress got bigger and bigger to make room for the thing, and I was going, come on, guys, I mean, I'm going to look like a, I don't know, king-size bed here. It's just not, it was a good joke, and we did shoot it. Ooh.
That's okay.
We did shoot it, and it worked, I think, really well. They were all happy about it. And the last time we did it, I fell.
Oh.
Oh no.
I mean, I fell. I thought I'd broken something, but I didn't.
Hopefully there was some handsome man there to catch you.
No, I went right down on the cement.
Oh.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out which one of the boys let go. Oh, I knew it would be hilarious when I read it.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that at all. It wasn't like that at all. I had two dresses. I had the big dress that fit all the stuff underneath it, and then I had another regular dress. And we got there together, and it was Rob on my left and Eugenio on my right, and they started, pulling on me and pulling on me. And we did it, I don't know how many times. We might have done it about 8 times. But it's not that big a deal, because that's all we have to do,
It's hilarious.
And then it was done, and then I fell. And everyone, like, she's gonna sue. Well, my manager was kind of touting it to me. He says, take a look at this. I'm not going to say one word, but you just read it. Tell me what you think. I liked it. I thought it was audacious and crazy, and I had never seen some of these things before. I thought, oh, well, it's not just the same old, And it's not really about jokes, like setting up a joke kind of thing. It's just behavior that is so, off the wall, different. There's no Eugenio. That's his stuff. He's unpredictable.
You feel about them that way.
I do recall that he had his little Speedos on, and he came sort of over there, but then he put a robe on.
Yeah.
I mean, he was charming. He was fantastic. He was very gallant, and he had beautiful manners. And,
He was
his belly, no, I didn't, I don't know. I told him yesterday he's too skinny. I said, what happened? Half of you is gone. He said, oh, no, I couldn't because my belly, I had to get rid of it. I said, no. I liked you the other way. It was cute.
meaty. I thought so too. I thought he was kind of skinny.
I said, and now your face is getting very serious. Before he was so, fun. No, it just came to me from my manager, and he said, I came across this crazy cuckoo film, and he said, I'd like you to read it because I think, you might find something there that appeals to you. And I said, is this one of those scripts, Steve? And he said, no, just read it. Don't, I'm not going to get you there. And I don't want to say anything about it. You just read it. So I read it, and I thought it was funny.
You going to do more now?
Well, more films?
Yeah.
You mean more Latin Lover films? I don't know. I mean, sure, of course I'm going to do it.
You were great.
Yeah. It's same old. I've been saying this for hundreds of years now. So you think I look good just think the hundreds of years. I was coming up in my late 30s, and I started doing yoga because a girlfriend of mine, she was a backup singer of mine when I went to Vegas to perform. And she said, I don't know, why are you doing these stupid things with the little, what do you call it, weights that you put on Velcro around your ankles? And then she said, that's not what you want to do. And I said, what do I want to do then? She said, well, I think you should start doing the Bikram yoga, because that's really going to change your life. And so I said, okay then. She said, I'll go with you first time. And I went to the class, and I did write a book about this, it's called Raquel, Total Beauty and Fitness. And I talk about my diet and everything in there. But of course, I mean, maybe I'll re-release it at one point, but right now I wouldn't. So that's basically what it is. It was a phenomenal routine. I never thought I would see results like that so fast. And so it's apparently all been scientifically. I don't know if they go into science or if they go into their yoga mantra things that they do. But the routine is extraordinary, and it changes you so much. So I started with that. And then I realized, I have to keep doing this. And I did it almost every day for about 30 years. I don't do it every day now, but because I don't have a hot room. There's hot yoga. And Bikram doesn't teach the class anymore. And he's a character. I mean, he's really a great guy, but there's another side of him that's a little mischievous, and it's come back to haunt him a little. Yeah, eating the same thing. I went to a nutritionist because I realized I was in my late 30s, and I felt like, I don't feel really good when I eat my dinner. I don't feel good, and I wonder, I maybe should go. And my girlfriend said, you have to go see Eileen. And so I went to Eileen, and Eileen straightened me all out. She said, oh, no, you can't eat, can't eat that with that. That's no good for you. And you have high acidity in your body, and you can't, you can't aggravate the situation, or you're going to feel bad, it's going to cause problems for you. So all of that went down, and I, adopted her plan for me, and it worked great. And that's about the size of it. I mean, I do still do all the things you're supposed to do. And my diet, of course, and my supplements. Oh my gosh, when I turned 50, holy, oh my God. I mean, I thought I'm the first woman in the world that cannot get hormone replacement therapy. I mean, what is it? I'm going to the GYN, and they're giving me stuff, and it's not happening. It's not happening, and it's making me crazy. It's making me, I mean, I could just stay in bed all day and sleep, or it was just all over the place. So I finally did find somebody that could prescribe for me the perfect cocktail. Some people, I think I must be one of the weird people, because because there's something about my chemistry that's a little bit not the norm. And most people, when they're in business, they do the norm, because that's where they're going to get the most customers and the most return business and so forth. But I don't fall into that category. So I got this wonderful doctor, and he solved the whole thing. He solved the estrogen and the progesterone and all of the rest of it, and then he also gave me other supplements which are not prescription. They're just supplements for your joints. Because when you get a certain age, you really have to do something. Otherwise, you're going to be like, a different generation entirely, because these supplements really do work. If they're properly, how am I saying this? Calibrated, where they can really come into the system. Because if they're not, made in the right recipe, sometimes the body will not drink them in. But I was very successful with this doctor, and I take all kinds of supplements, and they really do help me. Really do help me. No. Well, it changed my life because I don't know how to tell you this. When you start with yoga and you become a yogini, so to speak, your sensitivity changes, and you feel more things in a more profound way. So you're more aware. And also, there's a thing that happened to me. I don't know if it happens to everybody, but I felt like over my life, I had certain blocks, emotional blocks, of difficult times when I tried to stuff back an experience because it was painful or worrisome, or I didn't know for sure whether I was doing the right thing, and this kind of thing. And they stay in your body. These blocks stay in your body. All of a sudden, when I started the yoga, I would be in a standing pose, balanced on one leg, bow pulling pose or something. And I'm standing there, and as a minute has gone by, and all of a sudden, I felt tears dripping down my face. And I was kind of surprised. And it was an unlocking of some emotional thing that I had been through that had never been resolved. And I know that sounds kind of spooky, goofy, but it did happen. And then I started to realize, maybe not all of the blocks that I, break through are going to be as dramatic as that one, but there are things that have been broken through. And I do think that it's very cleansing and very energizing And I know that sounds like I'm some kind of crazy zealot or something, but I'm not. I don't hardly do yoga too much anymore because BK doesn't teach it, and I don't want to go to the cuckoo birds that teach yoga nowadays.
I was gonna say, do you ever, can you objectively look at some of your older films and just, admire
Cringe?
the work?
No,
Yeah.
cringe is mostly what I
Really?
do.
Because that was a fun movie, actually.
Oh no, really? I saw this movie that's quite a while ago. I think it was last year sometime. A movie I made with Frank Sinatra. I think it was called Lady in Cement.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this movie, and I'm thinking, what the hell has she got on? God. And then, at one point, I had this epiphany, and I said, "Oh, she's an alcoholic. I didn't know that." How could I miss that? How could I miss that? I think I was just so enamored with Frank Sinatra, He's like hypnotic, you just go. No, I don't think I would be able to have a strategy. It's like crossing the desert. You just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and all of a sudden something appears and in an oasis, and things happen, in your personality and in your feelings and in lots of different things in relationships, and then it builds to something else. Yeah, but I wasn't, the Hatha Yoga is active meditation. It is not the meditation when you sit and out. You don't leave.
So were you looking for
and
a
you don't go
film?
into the trance-like thing. You don't, that doesn't happen. It's different.
One of your most iconic films was 1 Million DC, and now with what they can do with dinosaurs in movies, would you want to be in like a Jurassic Park or something?
Why?
Good answer. Good answer.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know. I just, they're doing a lot of fun things. I would love to be a voice on one of these movies that I see. And I don't know why they don't ask me, because I have a good voice.
You have terrific voice.
And I think it's identifiable too. So I don't know why they don't ask me, but then,
We'll have to write a story that says Raquel Welch wants to do voiceover.
Do voices.
Yeah, she wants to do animated.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get it done today.
We'll do that today. Why doesn't anyone ask me? I'm here, I'm ready, and I have a good voice.
don't. That sounds pathetic. No, I'm fine. I'm shooting a series right now, my God. And I finished this movie.
Can you talk about the series?
Sure, I can.
What is it, and who are you
Well, I'm
playing?
making it in Vancouver, where it's been snowing for months and months and months. I think it's getting a little bit better now, but I haven't seen it. I went back on Tuesday to finish it, do the last part of the series. And that's going to be the first season, and it's called Date My Dad, and I am playing a sexy grandmother. So the premise of the story is that there is a father that needs to find a partner because his former wife, who was a very beautiful girl that he was madly in love with all his life, passed away. And she has left him with 3 children, all of them girls, and all of them kind of around the area of, becoming young women. So they desperately need somebody who understands what that might be like. And the mother of these girls passed away from cancer. I was the mother of his wife, Isabella. And so, actually she's Spanish. Not Spanish, she's part of Mexican. But she comes to be part of their family so that she can help the girls go through this, kind of, whatever you want to call it, rite of passage as they become young women, because there's so much, that they are going to be questioning about and be frightened of. And so she comes to kind of help them out. But the thing about her is she's not the typical grandmother. She likes her nightlife. She likes to date, and she wants to have fun. And so we see very early on, I think it's the first scene of the series, that she comes sneaking into the house at about 6 o'clock in the morning wearing a skin-tight, all-sequin dress. And the girls happen to be sitting there. And they say, "Oh, abuela." you're very overdressed for bingo. Because she tells them that she's going to bingo night. And so it's like that. And then she decides that she really needs to get her own place, because she calls it the walk of shame when she comes in, and if they happen to be there, they just grill her and make her feel like this high, and she wants to smack them one. But she finally decides, you know, that maybe she's not setting the right example, so maybe she'll never. But anyway, that's basically my part. And the lead is being played by Barry Watson, who used to be in Seventh Heaven for many, many, many moons, and he's just fabulous. And these three new actress, little girls, not one of them's littler, that's like 12-ish, and then the other one's probably 13, 14, and then there's another girl that's like 16. And they're all lovely and fun and really good little actresses and everything. It's a fun show, it really is. And so I have hopes that might get picked up. It's really tough work doing a series, I can tell you.
You must be thrilled.
It's already been, it's picked up for a full season. She's done a full season, so.
Oh, I know, but
It's not like it's a pilot that's gonna get picked up. It premieres in June.
Where?
Oh, it's
On
the television, up TV.
You must be thrilled.
I am thrilled. I'm also exhausted.
And sick of snow, I'm sure.
Sick of snow. I don't ski anyway. No.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to know we're going to be seeing your face.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's so nice of you. Everyone's been so lovely to me today. I really don't know about that. I'm in a series right now, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing stage as well. I doubt that really seriously. Yeah.
Good to
So
see you.
thank you so very much.
Thank you.